Hello Zenbees. Zentangle is a meditative art form that is a relaxing method of creating abstract art using structured patterns. It teaches and focuses on being mindful and present. Zentangle requires no artistic skills. Hello, I'm Sandhya Manne. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating Zentangle, practicing Zentangle, and my own Zentangle inspired artworks. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I will be posting throughout this month of October. Zendalas are the best of Zentangle and Mandalas. Welcome to Zendala Joy, 31 days, 31 Zendalas. It's day 19 today and we will be working with string number 3 for today's project. To get your instant free download, all you have to do is sign up onto my newsletter. The link is in the description. So sign up to get your instant free download of the string template. Now for today's project, I am working on my round Zendala tile, white color. And I will be using my black pen, pencil and stub. So let's get started on to tangling now. So here we are. It's day 19 and string number 3. And I have traced on the string onto my tile. So we will be working on this today. To get your instant free download of this template, the Zendala string template that has 15 strings, all you have to do is sign up onto my newsletter. The link is in the description, and get your instant free download right away. So let's get started with today's project. So here's my tile and I will be using my 01 black micron, and I will also require a thicker pen, so I'm using a 08. You can use a pen or any other thicker pen, and of course pencil and stub. So let's get started. So I want to add something first before we get on with our actual project. So I'm going to pull out a line like this to make a pod on each of the section. So like that. Okay. So I have this ready. Now let's get started. So I'm going to ink my this pot that I have here. So this flower shape. So let me go ahead and ink that. Okay, so now that I have this done, I am going to add a little it's more like a teardrop, but a very narrow one. So the ends are joined and only the top is kind of slightly wider. Okay, so I've just added these little tiny dots to make it interesting. So now in these petals I'm going to create I'm going to use Gourdgeous, but in a different way. So we're going to use Gourdgeous in a different variation. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out a line like this. I'm going to pull out another line and a wider line. So we're going to have a single line, and then we're going to have a wider double line like this. Okay, so again single line and a wider double line like this. So I'm going to go all the way till here. Like that. Okay. So now here I am going to add in book. Like that. So I'm going to fill all of these thicker sections with work. Now there are different things that you can do in the space. Either you can fill circles like the way I'm doing, or you can fill it completely black. That looks interesting as well. Take your time to do this. This is really fun and meditative, of course. So you just have to stay focused, pay attention on your lines, and make sure you give it a nice finish. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat this in the rest of them. So I'm going to show you once again before you can start doing it yourself. So I start right at this point, so everything is kind of falling on this line. So one single line and then a double line, and then a single line, then a double line, then a single line, then you have this double white line. So go ahead, take your time to do this. Okay, and then you go ahead and add tipples. So then I go back and quickly add blacks to kind of make it fine. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of it. It's all done, and I've added my tipples, and I've also added the blacks. So now, before we move on to the next tangle, I want to enhance these single lines that we created. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to make it slightly darker right at the end, like that, like that. So I'm going to do this on all of my single lines. So we're just going to go back and give that slight contrast. You see how that creates a nice contrast. So let me finish this whole thing. So it has to be very smooth, dark to light, like that. So I'm going to go around and do this on the rest of it. So let me just show you one more time. So we're just going to go ahead and just make it slightly darker right at the end. like that. Okay, so like this. So let's go ahead and finish that on the rest of the petals. So here it is all done. So I've added the blacks, and that gives a beautiful contrast, and I like the way it looks now. So you can either leave it at this point, or let's go ahead and add some nice border all around this. So I'm gonna use my pencil to just mark my upper line. So I'm just marking a line like this. Okay. So we're going to do this tangle called Zenith. So beautiful tangle. So we are going to go like this, like a scallop. Okay, and we are going to go like this, an opposite side scallop, but it is touching the center of the previous one, right? So let me repeat this again. So we first make a scallop like that, and then you make another scallop facing this way, but you start and end in the center of the previous one like that. So you get this lovely shape, these pods. Okay, one more time. So you do that, you do that, and you do that. And we just adjust the center there. Okay, so now here I'm gonna make a triangle to form a diamond like that. Okay, and I'm gonna aura this whole thing. So we do the same thing at the bottom as well. Okay, and we pull a line out in the diamond, and I just fill in one side. Could be any side, you can choose a pattern in here, but I'm just kind of filling just the right side like that. Okay, so let me show you again. So we are going to make this V or a V shape to form a diamond there, and then we are going to aura this like that, like this, and then I just go back and fill one side of it with black. Like that. So let's go ahead and finish this all around. So here I've completed the border all around, and I like the way it looks. So here I'm going to quickly kind of connect these lines to form an outer line. So I'm not really going ahead to make a a sharp line. I'm just connecting these gaps like that, so it's not too hard, but it's just connected like that. Okay, so just go around all your petals so you can kind of just give it a good finish. Let's see, so just connect them, don't make a hard line. Like that. And then the next thing that I want to do here is, now this is again optional. If you're happy so far, you can just end it here, but I want to kind of go ahead and make one more addition. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a half circle kind of a thing, just make it slightly darker, and one more, and maybe one more, like that. And then I'm just going to pull lines like this. So as I said, this is all optional. You don't have to do it if you think it's going to look busy, but I like that. I want that look. So I'm going to do this on all of these gaps. So before you do that, make sure you kind of give your outline so you don't go too into that space, and it kind of defines and demarks your petals. Okay, so like this. So let's go ahead and finish all of that. So here it's all done, and I like the way it looks. There's enough contrast to make it pop out. So it's time to get to shading now. Now before we head on to shading, I want to invite you all to my Zendalas group. It's a Facebook group, and it's an amazing group where a lot of fun activities are happening. We do a live every Friday, and a lot of learning happens. You can share your works from the series out there, and you see so many of the Zendalas adding their own personal touch to that, and it just makes it more interesting. So that group is where learning after the session happens, so do join that group, and I'll invite you to be part of it. Okay, so now let's get on to shading. So first is, I'm going to go right behind this so I can emphasize on this petal, and I'm going to go all the way up. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so now let's blend this out. So let's do that. Just making it slightly darker here. Okay, so do you see how that just lifts? Look at these two petals, and look at this and this. See how it just pops out of the page? So we're going to go ahead and do this all around. Okay, so I've added my pencil all around the petals. Now I'm going to add pencil around or outside of my border tangle, Zenith. So I just go around like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, just directly right next to it. Okay, and now I'm going to use my stub to just gently blend this out. So it kind of creates a beautiful layer. Like if you see here, it kind of pushes this paper away, and you see all of that right there. Now I'm also going to add pencil right at the center, just there, and just spread it out just like that. That's about it. So let's finish this. So here it is, all done. Now let's get to our final step, which is adding our initials or our name and journaling this. So I'm going to put my full name here in this space. Okay, so let's journal this. So this is today's 19th October 2020, and this is Zendala Joy. D19, string number 3, and we started off with Tangle, Gourdgeous. We got inspired by Gourdgeous. That was my inspiration for this tangle, though it doesn't look like Gourdgeous, but that's where it came from, so that's why I'm mentioning that. And our next tangle that we used, the border tangle, is Zenith, and that was it. We just had like 2 tangles, and this was just an extra add-ons. Okay, so there you go. Now I wanted to show you our same string that we did previously. So here is the other tile, the tile that we did last time. So it's the same string but a different finish, and here is our today's project. So we are reusing our strings and both look so different. Hope you had fun creating this project with me. I would love to see your creations. So head on to our Facebook group Zenbees, where all the after party fun happens. Share your creations there and check out the artworks by other Zenbees. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at Sandhya Manne or hashtag Tangle with Sandhya, so I get to see your lovely creations there, and I do stop by to comment. A quick note, these projects and these videos are for your personal use, and no part of these can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own Zentangle journey, email me to get information about my group classes or to schedule your private sessions. Slots for the month of October are open. Now it's time to comment, so please comment below and let me know how you enjoyed this project, because that really helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. If you really enjoyed this video, then please do consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. That is all I ask, and that will help me more than you know. So I'll see you tomorrow, which is day 20, and we will be using string number 4 for tomorrow's project. So get your tile ready and I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.